What's going on out there, social media land? This is Sherman Tank coming at you again, live and enjoying the winter now here in Alaska. We've got snow, we've got earthquakes, we've got wind, we've got freezing temperatures. Yeah, it's just another day here in Alaska. So I wanted to come on real quick and talk about something that's going to be happening on November the 29th. And hopefully we can get some people up here in Alaska that'll take part. It looks like since the elections happened and since, conservatives feel like we pretty much got shafted, the truck drivers across America are going to strike. So they're going to attempt to shut down the country on the 29th, at least for one day. I think that's a great thing that they can do. I personally hope that they can do it longer than a day. It would be nice to see this go on for a week, maybe a month, just to give those in power the idea that, the conservatives or the blue collar workers, the ones that do everything day to day, are the ones who actually run this country. Without us, the country's nothing. And I believe that if that happens, it will definitely wake some people up. So I'm all for it. I hope that they do it. I hope that that they shut down the cities across the country. Without product getting delivered every day, without those guys driving down the highway, without those wheels rolling, this country's nothing. It really is. I would hope that the farmers that are out there, I know right now is wintertime, so farming's not really going on. At least not, not a big part of it right now. They're the farmers out there, the plumbers, the carpenters, all these companies that employ massive amounts of people. If they were to shut down for even a week, this country would absolutely not recover. It would take a very long time for them to recover. So I hope that that the truck drivers out there get some momentum behind this. Hopefully the other workers will take note and do the same. The one thing I do know, at least here in the state of Alaska, is if you call in sick, at least with my place of work, if you call in sick, we require a COVID test before you can come to work. Now, the caveat with that is if you come down positive with COVID, you're off for 2 weeks. Now, the caveat with that is if you come down with COVID, the feds reimburse the employers for 2 weeks worth of work. So with that said, you could actually, if you came down with COVID and say you weren't super sick, you could actually stay at home for 2 weeks and get paid for it. So keep that in mind. Now, what I would suggest is anyone that's got vacation time accrued, saved up, whatever, what have you, now would be a good time for you to use it. If the entire country took vacation for a week or two at the end of November, beginning of December, Christmas would be very interesting. I guarantee you. So just keep that in mind. As most of you know, the media has announced that Joe Biden will be our next president. I think Trump has something he wants to say about that. He's going to be fighting this in court. For somebody that gave up every paycheck he received, I think it's what, $450,000 a month or whatever it is. It's a lot of money. I don't think Biden's going to do that. You got the greediest people in the country that are about to step foot into the White House with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And Kamala has always been one of those people that has been really living in California and seeing some of the policies that she did as Attorney General. It was completely ridiculous. She incarcerated more black men than any other attorney general in the country, and yet she was chosen for vice president. So what's that tell you? So, and then Biden going out throughout his campaign talking about taking guns and this and that and the other. So that's what we ended up getting in the White House. The good thing about it so far, it looks like we have the Senate, so we can really handicap what his policies are going to be. So let's hope that remains, and hopefully that's exactly what ends up happening. And here in Alaska, they have not called it yet. So which blows my mind. I think last I looked, Trump was up by like 64,000 votes, and there's not that many people in Alaska. I think we got what, a maximum of like 750,000, maybe. I think there's like 350,000 in Anchorage, or just short of that here in Anchorage. So, Alaska is definitely a Trump state. That is at least what was there before all the mail-in ballots got counted. So we'll see what happens with that. It does look like that all the Republicans here retain their seats as of now, and the only Democrats that won ran unopposed. So with that said, we can only hope that that's the way it finishes up, but we'll see what happens. We did have some big winners as of now, with Dan Sullivan and a couple other ones here in the state. And we're going to be looking forward to a mayoral race here very soon. Unfortunately, not soon enough. Our assembly turned down a chance to have a special election for our mayor, and basically said that it wasn't a good enough reason that we needed a special election, even though if we were to have a special election and say it costs $300,000, $350,000, it would only cost each resident of the city of Anchorage roughly $1.06 to have that special election. So I don't know about you, but I would throw the first $10 and get the first 6 or 8 people in there to vote. And I'm sure that there's a lot of other people here in the city that would do the same. So the excuses are rampant, and there's no excuse for it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it is a little late here on Saturday night. I'm getting old. I can't stay up like I used to. Didn't get much sleep last night. Just at work yesterday. Did something to my shoulder. Luckily, I woke up this morning and it was a lot better. It's about 85% better. So it's not going to end up being I hope it's not going to be a tear. It's still not perfect, but it's better than it was yesterday. Man, last night I just couldn't go to sleep. So I took some good painkiller, and I got about maybe 3-4 hours of sleep last night, and paid for it. Excuse me. But anyway, I wanted to kind of come on and talk a little bit about that 29th of November trucker strike. I believe that if every blue collar worker out there just refused to go into work for a week, it would show just how strong we really are. It would show just who runs this country. Imagine, if you will, we're in the midst of winter right now here in Alaska. Imagine if there was no plumbers to come out and fix broken pipes. Imagine if there was no truck drivers delivering product to the grocery stores. Imagine that people freaked out and needed toilet paper and there was none. I'm sure there'd be a lot of socks thrown in the trash can if that was the case. But it just goes to show you the thankless jobs that some of these folks have. When they don't talk about that kind of stuff in Washington, and I guarantee you that the president that's going to be walking into the White House, he isn't going to be thinking about it. He didn't do nothing for the first 47 years. You think he's going to do anything the last 4? The guy's a joke. That is if he can even get past the first year. And if he doesn't, then we're going to be looking at Kamala Harris as the first woman president. And I'm using that term "woman" very, very loosely. So, take it for what it is. She's just as bad, or if not worse, than Hillary Clinton was. And Biden and his son's laptop and all that kind of stuff going around. Whatever come of that. I mean, everything that's on that thing should be absolutely blasted on social media. It needs to be out there. Everyone needs to see what's on it. And, hopefully, I know Trump's going to be going through his lawyers and everything in this fight, but hopefully that can make its way out there and everybody can see what's going on. I know that the conservatives in this country are very upset, but I have yet to see a Best Buy burn down. I have yet to see a Target burn. I have yet to see any major riots that were started by the right, although there are still riots going on that are being ran by the left. So there is that. And they're rioting, and they won, supposedly. So that kind of tells you their mentality. They're not happy with anything. And I seen one video that had Antifa that was screaming, fuck Trump and fuck Biden. So what do they want? You know, they obviously want anarchy. They obviously want, they don't want any kind of government. And in many respects, conservatives think the same way. We don't want to get rid of government, but we don't want an overinflated government. So, you know, we have a little bit of the same aspect. The difference is we want law and order. They don't. So there is that. There's a lot of things that I think that we really need to think about here in Anchorage and in the country. And we need to make a stand now. We got 4 more years before the next election. And we need to make a stand, and we need to make sure that mail-in voting is a thing of the past. We can't allow this to happen again. And the Senate, the Republicans that are out there in the Senate, need to make sure that this doesn't go on any further. This is ridiculous. This is the first time in my lifetime that we didn't know who our president was going to be the day after the election. This is complete horseshit. I can't believe that we've allowed this to happen. I can't believe that it's continuing to happen. And we have to put a stop to that one way or another, whether it's through vote, whether it's through rising up and taking the country back the way that we believe that it needs to be taken back, or what. I have a feeling that we're going to be in a war, not necessarily in the country, but we will be in a war of some kind in the first 90 days that Biden's in office. You watch. The first 90 days, we're going to be going over and attacking somebody. I guarantee you. Meanwhile, the first 4 years Trump was in there, not a single war. In fact, we were pulling out of places. So once Biden gets in there, the war machine's going to crank right back up. Expect it. What else is going on? We have a rolling rally here in Anchorage tomorrow. If you get a chance to pop out to Northern Lights and New Seward Highway over at the Car Shopping Center, come on over, grab your flags, let's wave them, let's show a little bit more America. Yeah, we're just going to go out and do some America tomorrow. In the snow, it doesn't matter. Alaskans do all kinds of different things in the snow. Might as well go out there and wave some flags, put them on your vehicles, go up and down the highway, piss off a bunch of people that don't like America, and just have a good time. Hang out with some good people, and, just do our thing. So, there is a special assembly meeting this week, and I'm sure I'll be going to that. I think I've gone like 8 out of the last 9 times that the assembly's been there. They just passed a bunch of new restrictions here in Anchorage. It used to be they had a medical exemption that you didn't have to wear a mask if you had a medical problem. That's gone. They announced that yesterday. And so now even if you're playing physical sports, even if you're exerting yourself, you're supposed to be wearing a mask or a face shield of some kind. So until the citizens of Anchorage say the hell with that, we're stuck with it. So our governor decided to extend his mandates at least for another 30 days. So sounds like the balls of the governor has dropped off. He doesn't have any anymore. He doesn't have a backbone, no spine. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. There had been talk about Anchorage getting shut back down again. I think we're at 500 and some cases a day or something now. It's something stupid. And that's Alaska, not just Anchorage. But and I could tell you why. Yeah, we had to go do a test for my wife today, and it's for her job, not for any other reason than that. She's getting ready to go back to school, and they asked her to do one. She's got some allergies and stuff like that kick up this time of the year. So she had to go take a test. Luckily, it wasn't the one clear down the nose. It was just on the edge of the nose and made her want to sneeze and all that good stuff. So I drove her up there. She got the test done, and I left, and we left. So she'll know in 4 or 5 days if she's got coronavirus. The good thing about it, if she does have it, she's not showing any symptoms right now, but if she does have it, I get 2 weeks off from work because I've been hanging around her. So I'll have to go get tested. I swore up and down I wouldn't get tested, but if it means that I can't go to work, then I guess I have to do that. So hopefully everybody out there is feeling well. I know we're in the midst of winter, and weather in a lot of locations is not that great. So we kind of expected this kind of stuff to pop up during the wintertime. So anyway, it is what it is. We got to deal with it. I apologize. I'm not usually this yawny on camera. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on real quick. I'm testing out a couple things. I just did a TikTok video that's sort of going viral, I guess. Yeah, in the first couple hours that I had it on there, it had 4,000 views, had a whole bunch of likes. Hopefully it's still building. I still get notifications from it. So if you get a chance to get on TikTok, look up Sherman Tank on there. You'll see some of my videos. It's fun. I know people don't like TikTok because it's supposedly owned by the Chinese, even though an American company has now bought them out. Get on there and have some fun. It's a good break from all the politics. There is some politics stuff on there. A lot of conservatives are on there. It's a good place to share a message. So think about it. I guess that's about all I got tonight. I wanted to run through it pretty quick. Guess I ought to go to bed. Nah, it's too early. What is it? It's only 9:30. Yeah, I'm good till midnight. Let's go get some coffee or something. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. We love y'all. It is 9:30 here in Anchorage time, so it's like, way late everywhere else. So if you get a chance to look into the 29th and maybe take that day off, call in sick, whatever you got to do, that would be the good day to do it. So if you got time off of work that you can use and get paid for it, take it off. It's time that we show this country that the blue collar workers are the ones who really do the work. All right, folks, I'm out. This is Sherman Tank coming live from Alaska. We will catch you all later.